Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in rockin Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to go to black-cat-comics.com and pick up something fun to read. It's a very, very small week this week, kind of the fifth Wednesday, even though it's the first Wednesday of the month. Just a few things, but awesome books to talk about. Gotta start with the DC guys, because this is Infinite Frontier. Cool wraparound cover. This is the big relaunch point for the entire DCU, picking up after Dark Knight Death Metal and Generations Forged and all the moving and shaking that's been going on across the entire DCU. It's not necessarily a giant reboot, it's just sort of a continuation of all the events, but also kind of a new, fresh jumping point. If for some reason you've been out of the DCU, this is a great book to pick up to sort of reacclimate to the whole thing. And of course, if you're a big-time DCU fan, then you're already along for the ride, and this one's already on your list and in your box. Tons of great writers, tons of great artists in this book. Like I say, whatever kind of comic fan you are, pick this book up and give it a try, because like I say, some of the top talent in comics in there, with, of course, some of the best characters there are. And Batman number 106. Finally, a return to the regular DC shipping schedule after all the future state stuff. That was a whole lot of fun, but it's, of course, fun to see your regular titles coming back. And isn't a bigger book in comics than this one. Again, you probably already got this on your list and in your box, but figured I'd show everybody the latest cover of Batman. And then to go along with Infinite Frontier, DC is kicking off a whole bunch of new titles. This is Crime Syndicate number 1 for fans of Earth 3. It's a book basically about a world where the evil Justice League rules. That's always fun. Sensational Wonder Woman number 1. Because it's always awesome to get a first issue of a Wonder Woman title. Suicide Squad number 1, with a whole new team, whole new creative team, whole new direction after the huge events of the conclusion of the last Suicide Squad run. And Swamp Thing number 1. Always great to see Swamp Thing back in his own title. A lot of your main DC books will continue, Batman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, with new story arcs and new creative teams, but they've also got a whole bunch of new titles rolling out to go along with this Infinite Frontier stuff. So again, if you're looking for something new, something interesting, I always say if there's a book on your list that isn't blowing you away, drop it and pick up something else, because there's tons and tons of great books out there. It's fun to see DC getting all kinds of new books going. Fun week for the Marvel guys. You know, The Avengers is my all-time favorite title. This and Captain America are two books I talk up every single chance I get. Like a lot of Marvel titles, Avengers is as good right now as it's been in a long time. This is, I don't want to say a crossover with the X-Men, but it's got a little X-Men flavor going on with some Phoenix going through the Avengers. Like I say, really good time for the Avengers. Pick up that first volume trade or just jump into the recent issue. There's a lot of Marvel books that are just sort of back to basics and just getting back to their core, and Avengers is one of them. That's a whole lot of fun. Demon Days is one of your X-Men books. A lot of buzz around that one. That and Hellions are your X titles for the week. Been encouraging you guys to get into an X book, because there's lots of great X-Men books, different creative teams, different characters, different directions, but whoever you are, there's an X book that you would probably like. X-Men, Wolverine, New Mutants. This Hellions has been really popular. Good time to be an X fan. Lots of King in Black this week. King in Black Captain America, because you know I love anything Captain America. King in Black Gwenom versus Carnage, because you guys love anything Gwenom or Spider-Gwen. King in Black Handbook, because, going all the way back to the days when I had hair, official handbook of the Marvel Universe have always been tons and tons of fun. Looking up your favorite characters and events in these cool encyclopedia comics has always been cool, fun, and interesting. And so there's your King in Black Handbook. Always love picking those up. King in Black Thunderbolts. And King in Black Wiccan and Hulkling. round out your plethora of King and Black books. I always say if you're just following the main book, you don't have to pick up all this other stuff, but if you are digging the main King and Black book, which most everybody is, and you like one of these other side characters, like Thunderbolts or Captain America, then go ahead and pick it up. It's got great art, cool stories. It's a pretty fun event. And Star Wars High Republic, another one of the hottest comics around. This one, this copy in my hand is probably already sold out. That's how hot this book is. And America Chavez, new #1 from Marvel. Fun stuff there. Good week for all the other guys too. Fear Case and Dead Dog's Bite from Dark Horse show you that they do a whole lot more than their licensed property stuff. I'm always talking up the great job they do with Alien and Predator and all the cool stuff that Dark Horse does. But they also do lots of creator-owned type stuff and individual universe sorts of things. Crime noir, science fiction, all the horror books. Dark Horse does a little bit of everything. Everybody should have a Dark Horse book on their list. Noctera is your first issue, Gotta Have It Image book of the week. One of the only Image books this week, but I'm always encouraging you guys to grab those first issues. Good stuff there. Some top talent too. Scott Snyder, Tony Daniel. Berserker from Boom Studios, the one you've been waiting for. Keanu Reeves, Ron Garney. This is probably the most advertised comic in a long time. A lot of buzz around this. Everybody is a huge fan of Keanu Reeves, and he's a huge fan of comics. So it's really cool to see him putting together a project like this. Make sure that one makes it into your stack this week. Sonya Versal is my Dynamite book of the week. That's your team up of all kinds of Red Sonyas from alternate universes. Dynamite is doing a ton of fun stuff right now, like this one, like Dynamite, like the Project Superpowers books. Again, everybody should have a Dynamite book on their list. Undone by Blood is your Aftershock book of the week. Been talking up Aftershock comics for quite some time. A little bit like Image. Been encouraging you guys to grab first issues of newer publishers like Aftershock or like Chariot from AWA. It's fun to just pick up a new first issue to get a good example of what that publisher does. AWA has some of the top talent in comics, like J. Michael Straczynski and lots of other folks. So pick up Chariot this week to see a little bit of what they do. Pick up Year Zero or, just all kinds of great stuff coming from these guys. And then a couple of Rick and Morty books from Oni Press. Rick and Morty Worlds Apart #2. And Rick and Morty presents Jerry Boree. Sorry, I'm not a Rick and Morty guy. I don't really know what that is. But you're a Rick and Morty guy. Everybody loves Rick and Morty. That's why they've got 2 comics in the same week. Oni does a great job with all sorts of things like this. Love their strange mix of animation comics and, not really all ages. But speaking of all ages, been talking up the great job IDW and Marvel have been doing, teaming up with their all ages stuff. Mentioned Star Wars High Republic earlier. This is Star Wars Adventures High Republic. Love Star Wars Adventures. Love seeing all ages stories in the Star Wars universe. And as I say, High Republic's about the hottest thing going right now, so it's really cool that they incorporated an all-ages book into that one. And Marvel Action Captain Marvel #1, a new first issue from the Marvel Action stuff. Again, IDW and Marvel have teamed up for their line of all-ages books, and they do Captain Marvel and Spider-Man and Avengers and Star Wars and all kinds of great stuff. So if you've got a younger reader in your life, or if you're just looking for something a little less apocalyptic than mainstream comics, check out some Marvel Action or some Star Wars Adventures, because that's tons of fun. I want to thank everybody that participated in our giant DC sale last weekend. It was massive. Everybody took advantage of the sale, scored a ton of great stuff, so that was lots of fun. All the orders have shipped out. If you did not pick yours up curbside, it should be showing up in your mailbox any minute now. Enjoy that stuff. It was tons of fun. Thanks again to everybody that got involved. We've got a brand new Black Cat Comics and Rockin' Milpitas commercial airing. We've got it on our Facebook page. Go ahead and check that out because it's tons of fun. We're really happy about that. Share the love of comics with everybody you know. That's all we got for you for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.